So we'll start with our root chakra today. And we'll just connect with our breath and get grounded here with our Prithvi Mudra. That's supportive of our root chakra, and that is our thumb and ring finger together. So both hands, thumb and ring finger together, and the other fingers are just out. And then you can just rest them, rest them in your lap. And so we'll connect with our breath with the support of our Prithvi Mudra. Prithvi means earth in Sanskrit. So just taking in whatever that earth element means to you. Knowing that the earth is supporting us wherever we are, whenever we are. Just breathing into the earth element within us, which is that skeletal system. The earth element is the building of us, the building blocks of us. So that muscle, the skeletal system, feeling the stability in our bodies, breathing into that. The more grounded that we are in our root chakra, our Muladhara Chakra, the more we'll find ourselves easier to have that love from the heart chakra and that connection to the divine from our Ajna and crown chakras. So our root chakra, at the very base of the tailbone. Again, associated with the earth element. And it's what supports us in feeling secure and stable, like our basic needs. Very primitive chakra, but very important. Sometimes people think, oh, I need to develop my higher chakras. You know, the heart, throat, third eye, and crown. But if we're not rooted in our basic needs and grounded, then we often find ourselves full of anxiety, fear, or worry. So we ground into the earth element within us, connecting us to the earth element around us. On your next exhale, feel your sits bones, your thighs, your knees, your ankles, your feet, that lower body grounding into the floor. With our awareness on our hips, offer a breath to the pelvic floor. As we exhale, that low spine grounding, sinking, almost rooting down into the earth below. Then when you're ready, let's make our way to our backs. We're going to set up for a bridge flow, and there's no rush to get there. The reason we're flowing into our bridge is we're feeling our feet on the ground, our pelvis on the ground. But then we're going to flow. We'll drive those glutes up so the hips lift, the hands can be flat on the ground. Feel the feet grounded. Feel that stability. in the knees, the pelvis, the feet. And then let's lower down, feeling the low back and the pelvis on the ground. Drive up, inhale. Let's exhale, lower. And then at your own pace, let this be a continuation of that connection of breath. Just lowering up and down with the pelvis. Maybe noticing as you lift the pelvis, the shoulders ground a little more. And as you lower that low back and the spine connects with the earth. Let's do 3 more rounds of breath. Really maybe even exaggerating the breath. Grounding the breath in our movement and grounding our movement in the breath. And the next time you get to the floor, hug those knees into the chest. And then feel the low back, maybe rocking back and forth on the earth. Imagine stability, groundedness, and centeredness at the core of your being. And that is where we can make our decisions from. And that can be where we operate from, is that stability. And now, maybe you want to rock up to Navasana, or maybe you want to roll over. So however you want to make your way up to your boat pose, maybe you rock back and forth a couple times, kind of massaging the spine. Yeah, you can rock and roll. But whenever you're ready for your boat, come into your boat pose. Draw the belly button in. The heart lifts, the shoulders are back. And notice that pelvic floor. Notice the sits bones, the hips, the knees, the ankles, the shoulders. And find some stability here. Maybe point the toes and then flex. The knees are bent. Maybe we explore with extending the legs. If the legs are extended, we can explore with bending. But draw the energy into the center of our being. And now let's lower down the heels with control. Bring the hands to the shin below the knees, pull the shoulders up and back. And let's move through some cat-cows here. So rounding the spine, chin to the chest. And inhale, shoulders back, heart lifts. Yes, smoothing at your own pace. Getting some shoulder movement, some neck movements in a little bit different way here. In a variation of a seated cat-cow. Coming back to center, every movement. Where is our center? Where are we grounded? Now a couple more breaths wherever you find yourself. And then we'll meet back in Navasana. The heels can lift a lot or a little. Wherever you're at, find your center. One more breath. And then we'll exhale, lower the feet. Roll over right onto the stomach. And on your stomach, let's connect the entire front body to the floor. The face can rest on the hands. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. And then we'll press up and back to a child's pose. Seat on the heels. Noticing those lower extremities. The lower part of the body, that's what's going to help us ground. From that root chakra down. Let's breathe in. And then we'll exhale and roll up. This time we're going to move through a couple cat-cows on our hands and knees. More traditional cat-cow. If you want to move the hips side to side first, maybe do that. A little different motion on the spine. We've been kind of going back and forth. Move it side to side. Yeah, nice. And then whenever you're ready to find that more neutral spine and move through your cat-cow, go ahead and start. Again, moving with the breath and breathing with the movement. That is what helps us ground. When we have our mindful movement and we feel really deep into the breath. Maybe the next couple movements that you do, you really bring your awareness to that pelvis, that base of that spine, that seat of that four-petaled lotus flower. And now let's meet in a tabletop with a neutral spine. Yes, and now let's walk our hands forward, coming back onto our stomach. We're gonna move right into our locust. So let's sweep our hands back, reach the fingertips for the heels, and then lift the heart in the chest. It doesn't have to be a lot, it can just be a little. But feel that pelvis, that pubic bone grounding into the floor. Let's lift our toes and our feet off the ground. The thighs are maybe peeling off a little, maybe a lot. Lift the heart as much as you want. Find your center. Breathe into that center. Let's exhale, lower down onto the ground, the entire front of the body. And then we'll inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the shoulders up and back. And if you want to lift those legs up, lift the legs. Shalabhasana. Exhale. Lower down the legs, keep the heart lifted. And then lower down the heart. Take a breath at the bottom. And now exhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's find our downward facing dog. Let's be 5 breaths here. And notice how our stability changes with our hips lifted. We've had our hips grounded, now they're high in the air. So where do we find that center? What is our center? Is it our breath? Is it that sensation of something being on the ground? So it's our palms and our feet. Connecting with that earth element in ourselves and then feeling it outside of us will ground. Any variation of your downward facing dog that works for you today. It's wide feet, close and you're kneeling. Do here 2 more breaths. Just let yourself be. With each breath, we arrive more and more into our practice. One more breath. Exhale, sigh. And now we'll inhale, step the right foot forward. Maybe it's between the hands. Really ground through the foot. And then that left foot can step forward just a little bit to find that base. Feel a really strong base. Yeah, good. And now bring the left heel down. Maybe the toes point to the outside edge of the mat, or maybe the toes are forward. Find your base. And when you feel like you have that base and that center, then we can rise and we'll lift the heart and the chest and the arms. Yes, good. And let's bring our arms out to the side. Let's let the hands dangle down as if they had big weights in them. The shoulders are down and the hands reach for the ground. Fingertips point. And we ground that energy down into the earth. Breathing in. And we'll exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Maybe we grab opposite elbows, or maybe we interlace the fingers. So figure out what's going to help you still feel connected and grounded, but maybe also open the chest just enough to feel like it's not quite the same as your hands down. So maybe shoulders back. And then when you're ready, let's fold it forward. Hover the chest, the heart above that thigh. And then maybe we lower down that shoulder a little more. And we drop the head, let it dangle for our variation of humble warrior. Let's breathe in through the soles of the feet, past the ankles, the knees, those thighs and the hips. And then let the breath out wherever makes sense to exhale. Breathing in through the soles of the feet, filling our body with groundedness. And as we exhale, this time we'll lift the heart and the chest nice and slow. And then release the hands. This time we can bring it to an angle at the side, so it's kind of like an upside down Y. Point the fingers down. Maybe notice the energy in the palms. Maybe even finding our mudra with our thumb and ring finger together. The other fingers are out. Maybe closing the eyes, connecting with the earth element. Breathe in. And now exhale with that mudra in our hands. Sweep the hands behind us. Our hands point back, and then we'll bow again. Mudra in hand, hands pointing back or up as we fold it forward over the thigh. Nice, good. Exhale, sigh, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms up as we lift the chest, lift the heart. You can let go of the mudra or keep it in your hands, securing that energy. Breathe in. Exhale, let's step the left foot forward, lower down the hands, releasing our mudra. Our hands are open wide, folding all the way forward, Uttanasana. Grabbing opposite elbows, let's hang here. Maybe swaying side to side. Noticing the hips as we sway. Grounding in ourselves via the breath. Noticing our energy here. Let the hands go, maybe to the shins or the earth. Bring the feet apart just a little bit, maybe mat distance, maybe a little less. And now bring a block if you want underneath the heart space, or you can just have your hand down. But press the left hand down and we'll sweep the right arm up. Yeah, bending the knees a lot or a little. Feeling that grounded center, wherever it might be right now. You just notice what it's like if we try to not change the breath right now. Just be with the breath wherever it is. And then we'll slowly exhale and bring the right hand down. You can hang with the head down and the both arms down, or you can go right into the twist on the other side. And without trying to change the breath, just being present in this shape. Letting the breath be, but still being aware of the inflow and outflow. And now exhale, bring that left hand down. Move the block out of the way if you need to. Pivot the feet back so they're a little bit closer. Ground the left foot. And now we'll step our right foot back. Maybe the toes face the long edge or they can face forward. But we're finding that base and that ground. And then we'll rise and we'll lift up. Pressing that left foot down really hard into the ground. The right foot grounds too. And then any variation with the arms before we come into humble warrior. So maybe you find that mudra again and just extend those fingertips towards the ground, and then you fold and hover the heart. And grab opposite elbows. Notice the activity in that left thigh. By bringing awareness and groundedness to that area of the body that helps us stay at our center and draw our energy in. Nice job. Notice the core. How is the core feeling and responding right now? And on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, grounding into that left foot, pounding it into the earth, grounding, grounding. Bring the arms out, let them hang down, that upside down Y as we open up our hands, fingertips out wide. Let the energy flow from the palms down to the earth, receiving and giving to and from the earth. Inhale. And then we'll exhale. Find the arms in any variation you want before you come into humble warrior. Once again, folding, bowing, and that neck be heavy. Hands can interlace so they can grab opposite elbows. Breathe in. And just be. Be in the breath. One more breath. Let's exhale. This time we'll frame the foot with the hands and we'll step the left foot back, coming into our plank pose. How can we feel really grounded and stable here? We keep our hips lifted. So our hips are kind of in line with shoulders. Our hands are pressing into the earth and the thumbs are rotating kind of towards that index finger. Breathe in. Let's exhale, lower down our knees, our chest, and our chin, coming into our cobra pose as we lift the heart and the chest, the hands press down, shoulders back, thighs into the floor, really nice. Maybe bringing the feet nice and wide and seeing how that feels in the pelvis. And if you lift the heart a little higher with the legs far apart. And then we'll curl the toes and find our downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths here, really offering us the chance to ground. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Exhale, maybe sigh out the mouth. Step the right foot forward, ground that right foot. Then step the left foot forward, ground the left foot. Bend the knees, let's rise up all the way to stand. Exhale, mountain pose, any variation, hands together, hands at the side, feet wide, feet together. Find your steady mountain. And feel your earth element within yourself, connecting with the structure and the earth around us. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Now we'll ground into that right foot, step the left foot back, pivot the heel down and the toes towards the long edge, bending that front knee, really sinking in as much as you want or as little as you want, opening up those hips. The left edge of the left foot grounds, the entire right foot grounds, maybe making sure you can see that big toe over the right knee. And if you want, you can inhale to bring the arms out. Yeah. You can have that leg bent as much or as little as you need. So really feel what's going to help you feel grounded. Some days are different, right? So let's just really be honest and see. And now from here, let's find the breath. Be in the breath. And then at your own pace, we're just going to tick-tock through. So we'll inhale back. Exhale forward. We can rest that elbow on the knee if we want, that thigh and reach. Really notice your body. Notice the hips, the thighs. That root chakra down in the body. Being with the breath. And pause in one position as long as you want. Now the next time you come with that arm down that back leg, pause there. And if you're not there already, no rush to get there, but when you get there, pause. We're going to meet there together. Now feel that left side as we kind of squash into that left side to expand on the right side. And now let's go over with that right elbow on the knee and notice how we squash in order to expand. Just seeing how they work together. And contracting one to expand the other. Now let's find ourselves back in our warrior two with the arms out nice and long and wide, reaching for the walls beside us. Pivot that right foot out. So now we're in our extended mountain pose. Really nice. Good job. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the thighs. Good. We'll come into our skandasana. So bend that right knee. We're going to go over to the right. You can dip down like a lot if you want, or you can just keep the hips kind of hovering. And just flow back and forth. Again, keeping that attention on that root chakra down. How do we ground as we move? And where do we feel grounded within us? Is it a physical location? Is it our breath? Is it our mind that keeps us grounded? Or maybe it's all of the above. But knowing that at different times, we might be more grounded physically, or we might be more grounded in the mind. Our mind is busy, sometimes the physical body supports us. The physical body is busy, the mind can support us. So we're just seeing the difference and seeing all the different ways that our grounding can manifest to serve us. And once you get back to the left side on your skandasana, pause on that left side. Yeah, and now pivot that foot out. Bring the left elbow down, the right arm up, warrior two on the other side. And then let's start our flow. Moving like a pendulum. Expanding and contracting on side to side at the same time. We can have both and be in both. Nice job. Maybe finding that mudra even. Let's go to each side one more time. And then we'll meet in warrior two. Offer some stillness to the physical body right here. Notice where the mind goes. And if we need to anchor the mind, maybe we bring our awareness to the breath, or to the feet, or to the hands. And now we'll exhale, bring our hands to the hips. Pivot that right foot so the feet all face forward. Ground with the hands, step the left foot back, plank pose. Breath or two here. Really nice. Yeah, good job. Breathe in and out. And breathe in. Let's exhale, lower down the knees. Sit back in child's pose. And then we'll inhale, float it up to tabletop. Find plank again as we curl the toes under, lifting the hips, tucking the pelvis. Breathe in. Let's exhale back to downward facing dog, Ardha Krishnasana. Exhale. Now breathe in. And we'll inhale to step that right foot forward between the hands. Lower that left knee down. Let's inhale to lift the hands. Yeah. And then we'll interlace behind the back. Pull the hands towards the heel of the chest with just a breath. Breathe in. Now let's exhale, bring the shoulders back over the hips. Inhale to bring the arms out. And now let's bring that left heel towards the glutes. Maybe the left hand comes back to catch it. We bring the right arm up to the sky and we lift it up. Through from the knee to the pelvis, through the shoulder and the wrist. Breathe in. Let's exhale, release the foot, bring the hands to frame the foot. Come into plank pose, step the right foot back, breathe in. Exhale back, Ardha Krishnasana. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee down. Inhale to rise up. And then exhale, release the hands down. Those hands point towards the earth. Bring the left or the right glute towards, or heel to the glute. And then find the foot in the hand, yeah. So we ground, kick the foot into the hand, and lift that arm up to the sky. And lower down the foot. Maybe bring the arms up. Drop that pelvis. And then frame the foot. Let's step the right foot forward this time. Come right into Uttanasana. Exhale. Yeah, good. Grab opposite elbows. Breathing in and out. In and out with the breath. And now bend the knees, let's raise all the way to stand. And then lower the hands down. With our awareness on our feet and that earth element within us, imagine that left foot rooting down into the ground. Now bend that right knee and pivot the right knee out to the side. We're going to find our Vikrasana, our tree. So when you're ready, maybe you bring the right foot to the calf or the inner thigh, but really ground into that left foot and notice up through the foot, the ankle, the knee, into the pelvis, up to the shoulders. All that stability through the body. Maybe you find a Prithvi Mudra with the hands. And embody the qualities of a sturdy, steady tree. Deep breath in. Deep grounding breath out. Breathe in. Let's exhale, bring that knee in. Before we bring that foot to the ground, let's send it back. We soar like an eagle. We can have our arms out to the side or behind us. Bring in a little Virabhadrasana 3 into our practice, whatever it looks like today. Grounding. Where is our point of grounding right now? Breathe in. Now let's exhale, bring that knee to the center, ground the right foot. Shake out the arms, shake out the hips. And then when you're ready, find your tree on the other side. So maybe you want to go through Uttanasana first, or anything you need. But secure that right foot. Embody that tree. Maybe a mudra. Notice what happens when you tuck that pelvis. Breathing in and out. And stay in your tree pose for as long as you want. You want to come into Warrior 3. Any breath, bring that knee in before sending that left leg back. And find yourself soaring over the treetops. Lifting that right hip out of the socket. You ground down and lift up out of the hip. Pulling out of the hip. Deep breath in. Now this time we're going to send that left foot back to the ground behind us. So send that left foot down. Bring the arms up. Exhale, sigh. Bring the hands down. Step that right foot back. And we'll find Adho Mukha. Grounding here. Breathing in and out right here. Exhale. And then gently lower down the knees. And then come onto the sits bones with the legs extended out in front. If you have a strap handy, find the strap. If you don't have one, it's okay. But ground those sits bones. Yeah, nice. Maybe move the buttermilk biscuits out of the way. Now let's bring the strap to the balls of the feet. We're just going to use this as a little support in our posture Uttanasana today. So with the strap on the feet, find that neutral spine. We're just walk your hands down the strap. Let's try to keep the spine kind of straight. So we're not going to round the back today. Try to keep that spine nice and neutral. And the strap can help us pull that chest towards the knees. We don't want to hunch our shoulders either. So we want to kind of try to kind of keep the shoulders open while we have that strap. Imagine the heart beaming towards the feet. Maybe closing the eyes, noticing the points of contact with the earth. Notice if you're flexing the tops of your legs. Sometimes I do that, I get my legs all tight. Just relax the tops and let yourself open up the back of the leg, maybe even the glutes a little bit. Now let's gently bring the shoulders back up. And release the strap. Let's make our way onto our backs. Maybe you want to find a boat pose before you go down, just kind of as a reminder of that center, of that power center. If you want to do that, find that, tune in just for a breath or two. And then coming down onto our backs. When we get to the back, let's hug our knees into our chest. This is our Apanasana. We'll learn more about Apanavayu in our pranayama workshop, but our Apanavayu is the breath in the body, the vayu in the body that goes down and out, and that helps us stay stable. It's in the lower part of the body. And this asana here, Apanasana, helps stimulate that so we feel a little more grounded sometimes after this shape. And then when you're ready, you can release the right leg long, keep the left knee hugged in, point the right toes, maybe move the ankles around, then bring the right knee in, switching legs. And let's release our legs to the ground. If there's anything else that you want to offer before we integrate the wonders of our practice and our shavasana, please do so. Noticing the heels, calves, backs of the hands, or maybe the palms, whichever. Just noticing the earth supporting you. Allow effortlessness in the body, so it's as if the front body is just melting into the back body and then being supported by the earth. Letting the tongue fall back, letting the eyes rest. The color associated with the root chakra is the color red. So as we rest, maybe imagine that red color from the soles of your feet to the base of that spine, the color red, rooted, grounded, and steady in your shavasana. Just an effortless time to integrate and be. Now perhaps maybe wiggling your toes, moving your feet side to side. Then slowly make your way to one side. And when you're ready, come up to a seated position that's going to support you for our pranayama and our silent sit. And there's no rush. Yeah, so we'll begin our meditation portion with our pranayama, with our nadi shodhana. So we can find our chin mudra with our left hand. Then our right hand, we can have our index and middle folded down, or we can also place index and middle on that third eye. Yep. So we'll do it for a 5 count. So remember, we'll inhale on the right, exhale left, inhale left, exhale right. So I'll guide us through, but we'll just begin with a normal inhale and exhale. Now close the left nostrils and we'll inhale on the right side for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Close left, exhale right. 3, 2. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Now release the right hand, resting in your lap or however you'd like. For our meditation, let's bring our awareness to the tip of the nose. Maybe noticing the groundedness of our spine, our seat. When we bring our awareness to the tip of the nose, especially if we're seated in like our saisha, it helps to activate that root chakra. So just an effortless focus, eyes closed if you'd like, on the nose. The bija mantra for the root chakra is Lam. So maybe we inhale Om and exhale Lam, directing it towards the root chakra. Inhale Om. Exhale, directed to the root chakra, Lam. Inhaling Om. Exhaling Lam. And bring your hands to your heart in prayer. We'll close together with our Om Shanti. So exhale, inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om